Dharmansh Foundation India, DFI. It is with the blessing of Swami Vijnanananda ji that I am able to do it. And this is for the Sanatan Dharma Samaj. Honestly, with folded hands, I request everybody to be a part of this. And when I say part of this, I'm not asking for funds. I'm asking Hindus to take over DFI. My hands are I'm neck deep into Nimittekam. My heart bleeds for the Pakistani Hindus and Sardars. If any Hindu who wants to run DFI, wants to become a part of the advisory council, I will test the bona fides, and of course I will test his commitment, and I will of course test his intellect, whether he's capable of running this. I most welcome to come and join us and take over DFI. I will gladly resign. I have no issues about that. This is for the Samaj. This is for the Dharma. The DFI is for Hinduism, and this is not my baby. This is not Swami Vijnanananda ji's baby. This is for the Samaj. This is the blessing of Sri Aurobindo. This is the blessing of Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. This is the blessing of Swami Vivekananda, and these great Maharanas of Mewar who fought and saved us from Islamic invasions, kept us Hindus. Dharmansh Foundation is only and only a humble attempt at creating a central core fund for Sanatan Dharma, where we can fund our fighters, where we can pay salaries to Hindus, bright Hindus, committed Hindus who think and act for Hinduism 24/7. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Omeji. I think I will go straight to Vannaji. I do have a couple of questions that are in the chat box. One of them, of course, is about the stringent bylaws, and I think that is something that is pretty easily worked in. And
no, in India, we don't have bylaws. It's for the US. So I've been.
But they do have articles of organization there as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, that has been worked on. That has been taken care of because we are registered as a non-profit company with the Indian Companies Act. So that has already been taken care of. When we are sharing the account number, we are collecting funds. And I think we can go on the Indian Companies Act and look for Dharmansh Foundation. It shows me and Swami Vijnanananda ji as the directors as of now. And let's take this forward then. Thank you.
Yes. Omeji, I will hand over to Vannaji, who is going to ask, I'll ask you to unmute Vannaji. Please go ahead.
Namaste. First of all, thank you for your message, and I was able to connect with you. I just wanted to ask now what we see in the media. I was talking to someone, my phone call was almost 1 hour, 57 minutes with one of the Sanatani this afternoon. You know, my heart is bleeding when I'm talking to you because we don't even get to know the percentile of what all is happening on the ground, because with the media reports, we're not getting the genuine. Because you mentioned about you've been into this 10 plus years now. Where do you see we are today, and where do you see we are going to go tomorrow too? Is the awakening happening? Because we're talking about the Pakistani Hindus. In Bharat needs help too. Let's start from Kerala. Let's start from West Bengal. I mean, like anywhere and everywhere, what we are seeing it, there should not be any human, because the definition of human rights is evaporating now. It is just by seeing with convenience with one eye, because your right is not the right. It is only my right.
It's a valid question, Vandana ji. 10 years ago, the situation was very, very sad and depressing. There was no hope. But in the 10 years, look at how we have changed the lingo. You know, Dhimmi has been a mainstream word, Kafir. We know a lot about their theology. We know a lot about the way they work, how their violence works. I mean, our think tank came up with the word random, unceasing, low-level, scattered violence. So then every time the violence doesn't have to be fantastic like in Godhra. but low level, 5 Hindus killed there, 1 Hindu killed there. That also has an impact. So we at least are understanding the threat. We understood the power of zakat and tithe. We have uncovered what our Hindu leadership should have done 70 years ago. We understood halal economy. So we are going to the Hindus. In Jaipur itself, we managed to close down 12 halal outlets, and they had to shift to Jhatka outlets. We have the Khatik Samaj in Jaipur itself who are aggressive about opening up Jhatka shops. We have funded one shop here. If I had the money, I would have had a Jhatka shop in every street of Jaipur, and then every street of Rajasthan, and then every street of Bharatvarsha. Jhatka Vyavsayi Mahasangh is in existence. Air India was forced to withdraw its very, very biased tender that only halal meat suppliers need to apply for Air India meat supply chain. And Ishkaran Bhandari, under the guidance of Swami Vijnanananda ji, was able to resist it. So a lot is being done. The only missing link, I'm at the cost of repeating myself, is the funds. We lack a central core funding mechanism. A central core funding which will, see, 100 crores. A lot of people ask me, and I'm using this pretext to answer this question through you, कि भाई उनके तो 20,000 crores हैं, आप 100 crores per month मानते हो, 1,200 crores per year. How are you going to fight 20,000 crores with 1,200 crores? And my simple response is, you need 20,000 crores to peddle and to sustain lies. You need only 1,200 crores to peddle the truth. Sanatan Dharma is the truth. If it is our conviction that is the truth. But bhaiya, truth also needs warriors. I mean, there is no bigger truth than Maharana Pratap in the history, in the Hindu history. And I'm not saying because I'm totally enamored by that man. I'm telling you a very dispassionate observation. When you will read my book, you will understand the greatness of that man, Maharana Pratap. But what did he achieve? Once Bhama Shah gave him 35 lakh rupees in 1579. In 4 years, he amassed an army of 25,000 soldiers and 5,000 horsemen and decimated the Mughals, the so-called biggest empire of the world at the time. That is the missing link. Pratap understood this 500 years ago, 400 years ago. Are we so dumb not to understand this simple thing? So, a small amount of money on a monthly basis by 1 crore Hindus, 1% Hindus, don't be demoralized, don't be disheartened. When you will approach 100 Hindus, only one will respond.